If you're still buying Angie's leads, buying thumbtack leads, paying for shared leads, and you want to get your foot in the door with advertising, this is a really, really great spot to be, especially if Google offers the services. So what I'm talking about today is called Google Local Service Ads. What this is essentially a verified business that has gone through some prerequisites that Google requires, such as showing that they have a verified business license, proof of insurance, that they're the owner of the business. They can provide documents to prove these things. And you are in a business that Google supports these local service ads, such as HVAC, plumbing, roofing, flooring, most home service businesses, you will have the ability to run what's called Google Local Service Ads. If you're not sure what Google Local Service Ads are, and by the way, this is the stuff that you need to get them set up, but we'll cover that here in a second. If you're not sure what Google Local Service Ads are, they are these um, little boxes at the top of a Google search result. There is only three when you Google when you do a Google search. And what you'll see is three businesses in your local area that are running ads. Google is pretty uh, lenient on how broad your radius can be with local service ads. So it's important to keep in mind that you may have guys that are in the nearest city near you downtown, but they're showing up on your Google search. And this has to do with a few things. So if you're already doing Google local service ads, you'll still get a lot of value from this call or this video. So moving on, what do you actually need to set up your Google local service? You're going to need headshot for your ad, license, background check, customer reviews. You need at least 5. You're going to have to provide a budget and billing information. So the cool thing about local service ads is, one, they're at the top of a Google search result. This is both on the phone and on the computer. They're pay per call, not per click. So if you've tried PPC before, then you've dealt with paying for every call, and you may not even get a handful of quality calls that month. That said, with local service ads, you're talking about Google is backing up both you and the customer to ensure that the service is done and everyone's happy. So you're only going to have to pay for somebody if they call you looking for a service that you provide, or they call you, if they call you looking for a service that you provide. If they call you and they're trying to sell you something, or they're trying to, if you do HVAC and they're asking about a window unit, no need to fear. You don't have to pay for that ad. One thing to note with Google local service ads is it pretty much works in tandem with your Google business page. If you don't know what the Google business page is, I have a bunch of videos on the channel going into that. One thing I will tell you is, in order to see the best results on Google local service ads, what we've seen is when customers or clients of ours are able to put up a large budget just to ensure to Google that you're willing to spend in the thousands of dollars per month. Keep in mind, these calls again are very high quality, so you're likely going to want Google to continue to give you these local service ads, phone calls, just because of the level of quality that you're getting. When someone calls you, they need your services. As long as you respond and put on a professional demeanor and whatnot, you'll have a likely chance of getting your foot in the door with that client, especially if they decide to call you. One thing to note as well with local service ads is your review count. I always talk about reviews in this channel. The more reviews, the merrier. The more reviews you have, the more credibility you have, both on Google's eyes and the customer's eyes. So they definitely want to see that you're up to date on reviews as well when you're getting these up and running. Quick breakdown of a few clients that we've set local service ads up with. You can actually see on my screen here. These are the logs that we get from the local service ads. It has phone numbers, job type, location, lead type, and the status of the job. So in this case, they had a charged, not charged, 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 not charged, not charged, not charged, 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 not charged. So you can actually see how Google is putting their money where their mouth is. They're not going to charge you for somebody that isn't that isn't in need of the services that you're running your local service ads for. That, in a nutshell, is Google local service ads. Setting them up is super easy. You just need to go through and get all of this stuff checked off. Um, there's certain prerequisites for different things, like lawyers. They may have different requirements for their ads. So if you're in a home service business and you're seeing this and you don't see a couple of these options, no worries, because that just means they're not required for you to get anything set up. Hope this was helpful. Google local service ads, highly recommend. See you in the next video.